A viewer posted a question to my community page the other day that really made me think. But after mulling it over for a while, I couldn't come up with a simple answer. I don't think there's any one particular feature that would make me upgrade. It's more of a combination of things. So before we get into that, let me tell you why I bought the Spark in the first place. Before I bought the Spark, I had contemplated getting a drone for years, like years and years and years. But I was kind of reluctant because they're fairly expensive, and I was worried that, I just wouldn't use it very much and eventually it would just sit on the shelf. So price was a big part of that decision. Now, I'm not the type of person just to go flying for the sake of flying. I needed a purpose. So just like a GoPro, I wanted a drone that I could take with me everywhere and capture, good footage from our hikes and our mountain bike rides. But in order to do that, I needed a drone that's small, it's got to be portable, and it has to be tough so it can withstand some abuse. It needed to be easy to fly because it was my first drone, and it needed to be capable, so shooting stable, full HD video was an absolute must. Well, when the Spark was released in May of 2017, it was all of those things. It was inexpensive, it was small and light, it was easy to fly, and with its 2-axis mechanical gimbal and the ability to shoot 1080p video at 30 frames per second, it checked all the boxes for me. So I pre-ordered it and I had my Spark about a month later. So why have I stuck with the Spark for so long? Well, the short answer is, it does what I need it to do. The long answer, which I've talked about many times before on this channel, is I don't upgrade just because some new gadget gets released. I upgrade when I feel like my current device is holding me back. I've long since come to understand that a new camera or a new drone is not going to make me a better photographer or videographer. Becoming better at shooting pictures or video only comes with practice and getting to know my gear. No matter what camera or drone I own, I'm pretty confident in saying that there is someone out there who is getting way better results than I am with the same stuff. Understanding that drives me to do better with the gear I do have, rather than being on a constant upgrade cycle and never really improving my skill. So why am I even talking about upgrading my Spark? Well, for one, the Spark is no longer for sale on DJI's website. And I've also noticed that the Mavic Air has dropped in price. So to me, that implies that the Spark is likely discontinued and maybe we're going to see some kind of refresh for the Mavic Air. And that's definitely piqued my interest. So back to that original question, what would trigger me to make that purchase? Now, before I answer that, I asked a similar question on my community page, and here's how you guys responded. So what features would seriously make me consider an upgrade? Well, for one, it has to be small. Same size as the Spark or smaller. Sub 250 grams would be a bonus. It needs to be tough. I like taking my drone with me everywhere, so it needs to be able to handle some bumps. It needs to be at the right price point. I'm thinking sub $1,000 US, that would get my attention. And I really want better obstacle avoidance. The Spark truly only has forward collision detection, and that's not good enough. I'd like to see full 360 degrees of collision avoidance so I can concentrate on shooting video and not have to worry about running into things. I want a better camera. I mean, the Spark's camera is good, but it's been 2 years since it's been released and cameras have gotten so much better. I'd like to see better optics, higher bit rates, higher frame rates, and 4K should be standard on any camera going forward. A 3-axis gimbal also needs to be standard. The Spark's 2-axis gimbal plus software stabilization works very well, but hey, it's 2019. Gimbal technology is cheap, it's plentiful, time to make it a full 3-axis mechanism. And finally, battery life. The Spark's 16-minute flight time is okay, and I've got around it by loading up on batteries, but now I think the minimum flight time needs to be in the 20 to 30-minute range. So that's basically my wish list for a Spark 2 or Mavic Mini, whatever you want to call it. And even if DJI releases a drone and it checks all those boxes, there's still no guarantee I'm going to upgrade. It needs to make sense for me and it needs to feel right too. Regardless of new drones coming down the pipe, I still feel the Spark is a fantastic drone and still one of the best, most capable starter drones out there. Even though it's likely discontinued, I still think it's a great one to pick up, especially if you can get it at a good price. And don't forget to pick up some extra batteries too. Well, that's it for this one, guys. And just remember, it's not what you have, but what you do with it that counts. So whatever you got, just get out there, shoot some pictures, make some videos, and above all, have some fun. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.